All
The
right.
worst beatboxing in the world, brought to you by Irish Queen, Rusty.
All right. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rusty Chatters podcast. We're all sitting here at Michael's mom's house.
My mama.
Stay out of the basement.
Yeah, we're in the basement like a bunch of weirdos.
I like to not make it feel bad by saying it's just the downstairs.
Yeah, because we're too close to the water level or sea level to have a basement down here. So
We're down here with the Dungeons and Dragons beta males living with their mom. Beta. All right, guys.
beta male.
Real interesting topic to get to, guys. We actually received our first bit of emails today.
Emails.
Yep.
Let's censor the email.
I feel like they were forced.
No, they weren't forced.
We have like 7 followers.
Okay.
There's
well,
4 of us.
That's two more. That's 2 more than last year.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so here you go. A fellow by the name of Dylan. It's not his real name, but he's Dylan for now.
Okay.
Hey guys, longtime fan here and full-time supporter of the podcast. I got a couple of questions, and I'd love to hear the answers. When are you guys going to release an album or something? The intros to the podcast have some crazy, awesome vibes. I'm excited to hear more.
Well, in that case, I mean, we're still busy, writing and going through band members because they can't stick around because they're all a bunch of assholes that are like completely impossible to work with, apparently.
Yep.
Jesus,
R.I.P.
just name
Boone.
dropping while we're here. Nah, but we're still in the process of working on our first 5-song EP. We got some demos written, still ironing them out, but we'll be trying to hit the studio with them as soon as possible and get them released to y'all. And then the intros will actually sound good and not sound like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sound like just straight direct input guitar with nothing else going on. Just because that's all that is, just straight like guitar track with a little bit of drums. Like,
All right, next
it's
question.
nothing special.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay. Is there any redneck remedies that you guys got as a kid that make no sense as you got older? My parents used to make me wear oven mitt duct tape to my hand so I wouldn't scratch myself as a kid.
Well,
That's a good
now
one.
here's one thing that they
I
actually.
mean, that makes sense.
Well, one thing they actually did,
That's like plausible.
Oh.
I read about this. This is very interesting.
doesn't
So back in the early 1900s, Kellogg, I forget his first name, but the guy that created Kellogg's and everything like that, he was
cereal?
what's known
Kellogg's
as
cereal?
the cereal.
Okay.
But anyway, he was what's known as a Seventh-day Adventist. It's like a Christian thing, but they're like very like puritanical and stuff. But the only thing they do really well is they're really big about health. But one of his remedies was like he attributed everything to like masturbation. If like your kids are messing up, it was because they were masturbating, and it's just a hell of a sin. So what he would do is actually he would tell parents and people in his magazines and stuff that what they should do in order to prevent their kids from masturbating is to have them sleep on their stomachs with their hands actual rope tied behind their backs.
Damn.
And they actually did that a lot to prevent them from masturbating.
Or
You could rub that thing against the pillow.
or you do exactly what Jewish parents do, and they tell you that when you jack off as a kid, that you literally are masturbating into a demon, and that when you die, you face all your little demon/babies.
Oh yeah, all those
after you die,
all the
Like, after you
bastard
pass away.
demon children.
Yeah, every time you masturbate, you literally have to face every kid that was born from that little demon that.
Bro, I got like 6
Bro.
planets waiting
I
on
know. I
me.
was like, I heard about that last year, and I was like, dude,
Little bald-headed green-eyed
we in the
fuckers running around.
millions. I was like, might as well not stop. What's one more?
Yeah, what's one more at that point?
Yeah, so I thought you were going to go the opposite way of that. I thought you were like, no, everything can be solved with masturbation. You got a headache? Just yerk that bad boy
No,
out.
what is it off Superbad where the cop's like, he's like, man, when I first joined the force, he's like, yeah, when I first joined the force, he's like, I thought there was semen on everything. He's like, if that guy would have ejaculated and then punched you in the face, then we'd have something. He's like, other than that, man, it's no big deal.
Yeah, it was like use the old oven mitts for just like tape them onto you to keep you from yanking it.
So here's
I
one.
do have a remedy though.
Go ahead.
What my mom did for me though was she put Tabasco on my thumb to stop me from like sucking it. Because I used to have the worst problem with like sucking my thumb.
Till he was 17.
It was like 13.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Don't make me look that bad.
Okay, so here's one I got with if you ever got a bee sting or a wasp
Oh
sting,
yeah,
you
yeah.
walk up to the dude that's got the chewing tobacco or the dip and get
Yeah.
the can of dip a Copenhagen out his damn lip, and he's gonna stick it right on your little.
Makes it sting worse.
Well, see,
It hurts.
you could either do that or see
My mom
what
used
they.
to tell me our pets ran away.
Well, what they did. Okay. Well, whenever I got
That was some
a
sort
bee
of a
sting
remedy.
one time, like since nobody in my family did like chew or anything like that, they just like broke a cigarette down and just
Yeah.
like shoved it into me.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, but the
Oh,
tobacco
cigarette.
somehow I guess absorbs the
A Marlboro Red, right?
No,
right to the stinger.
yeah right to the
Or
cigarette.
when this one's weird. This is probably how Barry became an alcoholic. But when babies start crying, some parents dip their hands in whiskey and they rub it all over the kid's
You think my
gums.
dad would waste his whiskey?
You can't spare a couple.
aged.
That man wouldn't waste a drum. He used to bust a bottle and lick the sides. Bust the bottle.
Jesus.
But yeah, that one was kind of weird, man. But yeah, I guess it could had a numbing
Man, he's
agent
put me on
to
the
it.
spot here. I know I had a bunch of them growing up, just little odd and end things that we used
There's
to
got
do.
to be something like toenail related.
Oh, I do remember one that obviously
toenail
does not.
related?
It actually is toenail related. So for all you people out there with like ingrown toenails, one remedy that I was told that actually kind of worked, but I think it's just kind of bullshit. But basically, what you do. Excuse you, Barry.
Barry over here shitting.
Basically, what you do is like if you got an ingrown toenail, if you cut like a little small V into the tip of your toenail, what it'll try to do is like grow back together.
That sounds like a crock
Yeah,
of
it's a
shit.
crock of shit. But that was one thing I was told one time. So, but Southern remedies, things that deal with whiskey or things that deal
I've
with
never had an
chewing
ingrown
backy.
toenail. That's probably not a thing.
It's probably not a thing, but that's one thing I was told one time when I had a bad ingrown toenail. It actually kind of worked, but I think it was just bullshit at the same time.
This was just a little goof joke I used to hear, a little goofy thing, but that'd be like fishing related, which is it's not really.
You spit your tobacco
No.
spit on the.
It was like you got to hold your mouth right to catch fish, or if
Oh,
all the
yeah.
or if all the cows are sitting down, it's a bad day to go fishing. Yeah. So
That's all
the
good on
next topic we have is here's another question he asks: what are your thoughts on OnlyFans no longer doing sexual content? What are all these women with no work experience or degrees going to do now if they can't make any money off their meow?
Well,
Well, I can tell
They're
you
gonna
right
get
now. I mean, I'm no longer gonna have to wait 20 minutes for my crystal chicks to come out. And the drive-thru.
All the servers are gonna be back at the restaurant.
yeah, all the servers gonna be back at the restaurants, just like begging it for dollar bills that way. So, I mean, really and truly, it's
Did
some
you
of
ask
them.
how
Some of
we
them are.
feel?
I mean, first of all, it all depends on how much money you actually made.
Dude, so many people made OnlyFans and didn't make a damn dime, bro. Like all these women, like they thought it was just just a free pass to make extra money, but like really and truly, like I don't know how many like thousands or possibly millions of women actually made it, like made an
A small
OnlyFans.
percentage that actually get that big money, you know.
Yeah, like I mean, like say 1% of women, that's you can probably like a solid million women. Like let's say if they did do it, there's not enough. Money or care to go around for anybody. I wonder how many broken hearts there have been. All these women that made OnlyFans and didn't make a fucking cent.
Yeah,
Oh,
their
man.
grandpa
And-
just
Oh,
logged
man.
in
Oh man,
and donate
dude.
a few dollars.
Yeah. yeah. Their dad gets on there just to help out their baby girl. You know
Oh,
what
my
I mean?
poor baby.
Let's be clear: if they had dads in the picture,
Yeah, well,
probably
yeah. First of all,
wouldn't
if
be
they had an actual dad in the picture, it probably wouldn't happen
Stepdad.
anyway. Yes, their stepdad out there.
Yeah.
All them stepdads out there. Helping out your little girls.
Shout
man.
out.
on.
Good
Shout
for
out
you,
to the
man.
good stepdads out there,
Good
man.
for you,
Being
man.
supportive of your girl shaking it for dollar
True
bills.
family man.
Oh,
But yeah, dude, I don't know. That's hilarious. Some people just ain't making
Th-
a
here-
damn
here-
dime.
And here's the thing, man. You got to be really putting something out there because think about it. Think of all the free porn out there. You tell me I got to pay whatever it is you got to pay to get that. Come on, dude. You better be like,
Well, I'll never understand all the freaking simps out there that actually spend money on
Simping,
that. Like,
boy.
Oh,
dude,
absolutely not. You don't pay for porn.
like, no, you don't even pay for Pornhub Premium.
no.
Don't ever do that.
Absolutely not, man.
No,
it's just,
absolutely
I
not.
did it one
It's
time just
just-
for the fuck
Did
of
you
it.
really?
Just for the fuck of it, just see if anything changed.
What,
Nothing
nothing
changed.
changed?
Low class.
Oh, piece of shit.
Dude, they weren't even all 1080p videos.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I did it like one time, like a long time ago, just for the hell of it, just to see if anything changed.
How
It
long
He's
was-
was
trying to downplay it.
He's trying to downplay.
He tried to
That
click
man
on
had-
this one video
That
that
man
he liked.
paid for a 12-month subscription.
Fuck no, I didn't.
Oh
Nah,
yeah,
I-
they're sending him magazines in the mail.
Save 10%.
Nah,
No,
Nah, but I
see
like
in the
the-
fucking
Oh
mail.
man,
I was
dude.
doing my due diligence, so
Dude,
y'all don't have to.
his cam girls were sending him postcards.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Nah, man. No, if I tried it. No, I just did it for the fuck of it one time because it was like they were running like a special for like $5 or whatever, something like that, real quick. So I just like scrolled through with like for $5 and was like,
You
All right, I'm
trusted
done.
that site to put your card on it?
That is
I've made
literally,
mistakes.
Like a number one.
that's the number one like
McDonald's.
cybersecurity like fuck up right there.
Dude, there's that whole movie about there's like a whole movie about where it's not about porn. In a sense, it is, but it's like have y'all seen the movie? It's like the all they do is what was it? They actually created the website basically like say it was instead of calling it Pornhub, they actually came up with a clever name to disguise your website so it wouldn't look bad on a credit card bill.
Yeah, it's
Really?
probably something like
Have y'all not seen that movie? It's a
Welch's-
really good movie.
I'll check that out.
What movie?
Oh my! I can't think of what it's called, but it's a really good movie, and it's about like literally these guys who made like millions of dollars off of disguising porn websites, so your spouse or your bank and stuff on that category wouldn't realize you were paying for porn because it would say something totally different instead of like triple XD big ass titties. It was like
McConnell's Tire and Automotive. You don't want to ask any questions,
Oh
man.
yeah, hold on. The
Yeah,
only
you're
reason
not- you're
why,
not
like OnlyFans is going out is because like all the banks and visas and everything's like have an issue with it, right?
Wait, what?
I think
Like,
that is a big
it's-
part of
it's
it. Yeah.
with Visa. Visa has an issue with pornography, basically. They
Oh.
don't want you paying with it. That's like the underlying issue.
they don't want you
So
paying
what
for
I'm
pornography.
thinking is that this.
If I own a card company, you pay for whatever the fuck you wanted to on my card.
No, what I'm
Shout
saying is
out
that
to
Visa's having an
Barry
issue with it.
Card
But
2022.
what I think is
coming
going to
out
happen is
soon.
that this is going to boost. This is going to boost Bitcoin and Doge, because I don't think you really. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like they don't care about your transactions. It's just you just switch it off. So there's probably going to be a new platform coming out.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
you can
somebody's
play
gonna
with it
take that business,
like
man. Facebook or somebody's
cryptocurrency.
gonna pick that up, man.
Well, yeah, somebody's going.
Facebook, I doubt.
Instagram Plus.
I doubt.
Yeah, oh,
I doubt
Instagram
Mark
Plus.
Zuckerberg is gonna be like, you know what?
Metal
My next move is internet porn.
Nah, but everything is going to come around. Somebody's going to fill the void
Yeah.
of what.
There's a demand apparently, so
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there's
if
a
there's
demand.
a demand, I mean, people eat fucking pickled eggs.
I mean, I thought the same thing to where it was going to be like a new app would come out, but then
Well,
it's the same thing. It's with the
only been
credit
like
cards.
2
The credit
days,
cards
though.
is actually the issue. So what I'm thinking is that cryptocurrency is going to be.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did
the
not
one.
read the article. I
Nah,
just.
It wasn't an article that I read. It was literally like this little meme that popped up and just stated the reasons, and it was like Visa and all these other banks had an issue with it.
Interesting. But now something's going to fill its void. There'll be another site come around that everybody's going to hop over to so you can
Yeah.
buy nudes from people.
I do think Instagram would be the one. If anyone did pick it up, social media, it'd be Instagram.
It can be Instagram because Instagram's ran
It
by
wouldn't be called
Facebook,
Instagram Plus.
and
It'd be
Facebook
called
is
Instagram X.
against discriminatory things.
Just make
on
Instabang. And we just
that's a good name.
honestly,
Instabang.
yeah,
You take
copyright.
that for free, right?
Y'all better pay, Spencer.
I mean, because I always joke, was checking on the old Instabangs, man, see what they got on there, But nah, for real.
You heard it first.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's the thing you do. Just like the next one, instead of OnlyFans, just Instabang.
No, I don't think you can take that first part of the name. I feel like that's
Why not?
Look, okay,
Number
there's
one.
like so many companies with Insta.
Yeah, like
Instapics.
instant ramen.
Yeah,
Instagram.
instant ramen.
and there's a lot of instant ramen companies. I mean, let's not like take that out of the picture.
Yeah.
Dude, Top Ramen's the best ramen.
Top
Nah,
ramen.
there's this run ramen that I don't even know how to pronounce, and it's like my favorite right now. It's like
Yeah, but you can't buy it at
Shojin-
Walmart, so it doesn't count.
Shojin.
Okay,
Shojin.
guys, gentlemen, exemplary men of the South here. This next one we got to answer with some care, but some firmness. You ready for this? Ooh, this one's gonna make someone upset, but you got to be nice and handle
I
this
want,
in a
I want people to
respectful
tell
way.
us about their relationship problems.
Yes. So here we go.
Oh, sweet.
What do I do if my girl keeps getting fat and isn't the hot minx she was when we first met? Feel like I got played big time.
What a
Ooh, that's a
douchebag. He felt like he
toughie.
got played.
He feels like
No, man, that's just life. You get heavy, but you be kind about it. You tell
Yeah.
her, hey, you know what?
So there are ways to do this and ways not to. Not everybody likes hitting the gym and the weights like the boys. There's a million things to do: tennis lessons, hiking, whatever. There's a million.
Yeah, just
yoga.
plan
adventures.
Dude,
honestly.
just go on
Like plan
adventures
dates.
and plan dates, but also, make a few just better decisions along the way
Yeah.
in terms of, it's not necessarily passive or passive aggressive, but I would say just more of a passive way of like nudging, better health habits.
Yes.
So like, instead of like, hey, let's go to the movies, or hey, let's just go sit down at the beach. It's like, hey, let's go on a hike.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got
let's
this-
go-
I got
let's
this
go- let's go
picnic.
kayak.
Well,
I got
but
this
but it's
picnic
not
set
that,
up. It's
it's
about
the,
20 miles down.
No, it's a day in day out though. That's the
Yes.
difference there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
gotta
But these
be
are just
a,
healthier activities to help.
you got to
push
be a
that way.
motivator.
Yeah.
You got to motivate it off your actions. You know
But
what I
you
mean?
got to be kind.
Like the question is like, are you going to the gym?
Yes.
yeah.
That was my
I
next
mean, are you a
question.
fat bearded guy?
Yeah.
Is our listener a fat bearded guy?
He's
Yeah, he's
a
complaining
That needs
about
to
his
like
wife.
first needs to be like put into picture. Is if this guy's a fat bearded guy, he just needs to shut up and go on with his day.
Yes.
But
So the big question is, number one, obviously you may be losing attraction to her, but what are you doing to keep your attraction around? I'm not saying you're not doing anything. However, at the same time, I'm sure you're doing your thing. But as long as you're leading by example, then she will follow.
Yes. So, and one thing to be said, there's a number of things that can be going on here. One of the things is, like they're saying, you can try soft approaches for a long time. If you've tried that, there is a time when you have to be like, look, I think our sex life is suffering because I've noticed you've gained some weight and I am doing, holding it down on my end. If you are, in fact, holding it down your end. Because if
But-
you're not, then you just come off as an asshole because you're not doing it. So,
So what if you're already an active guy? There's that angle. How do you get her in it? And I think that just goes back to just being kind about it, but being upfront, not too blunt, like you're just angry.
yeah, don't be
That's just-
angry.
Yeah, you can't do it in a
but
like
this is my
argumentative
question
sense.
here. Once you find her unattractive, can you find her re-attractive once again?
Sure.
Is
Sure,
that,
yeah.
Is that,
Sure,
is that
to-
going to be there?
Like-
40-year-old couples do that all the
But
time.
as long as you actually love the person, for sure.
Yeah, you should have fallen in love with her personality over her body to begin with.
Yeah.
but
Sex-
I'm saying attraction. I'm not talking about love. I mean, you can love the
Yeah.
hell out of somebody, but you might not be attracted
Hey,
to
but
them.
that's the most important thing, right? Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
divorce her because she's just getting overweight.
No,
You're-
well, there
you're
is a
more
time-
So concerned about health.
I
mean, what if it's
disagree.
like my 600-pound life and she's stuck on the couch? And now we're calling
Well, I
doctor.
feel like that takes a certain personality, and that would be a personality that
you're
probably
having
should
to give her
seen
baths on the couch because you can't get up.
before you even got married.
And like you
Then
don't
that's
know what to
your
do now,
fault.
and all you know is to do like your number one like role in your relationship is to microwave hot pockets. Like you don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
well,
your,
well, see,
your
the
whole
only
life
way
is distraught now.
to allow that to happen is if you're being an enabler. Honestly, because then you like
but
accept
what if you
her
love the
actions.
person so much you now became that enabler, and all you do is microwave?
Well,
hot
then you're a
pockets?
weak person. That's all you are.
Or are you madly in love with this person's personality?
No, you're
Says
weak.
Michael.
No,
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 you're-
I'm saying
It's
this
debatable.
is to the point to where it's like you're not like this, like you're not gonna divorce her because she's getting overweight. Like you love her, so that means you're gonna find
de-
routes in order
So
to
so it
get her on the
depends,
right
man.
track.
If you've tried everything for years and years and years, there is a time where you're like, look, I'm doing things on my end. She's not doing things on her end. I take health or visuals or whatever frame you're coming from important, and if she's not there, yeah, there is a time to draw a line. It's just part of it. That's like
overweight issues.
for sure. If
No,
there's a point in time,
there's no way of drawing a line.
not there is a certain time when it's like you've tried
Yeah,
for
I mean,
years.
you
yes.
agreed to grow old together. This person is putting their life and their health at risk by not like.
for sure.
When we're talking like massive amounts of weight. We're not talking about like, hey, that bitch 20 pounds over.
yeah.
I'm talking about like massive amounts of weight at this point in time. Of course, hypothetically speaking, she's done.
okay, hold on. Let me. get
She's
it
done
straight.
started. She's putting chocolate syrup in the milk jug and is drinking it down. Okay, so that's where I'm at.
So, are we saying that we would just divorce our wives? I'm trying to draw a line in the sand. Like, are we saying that we're gonna divorce, the person who we married because they're just overweight?
Well,
so here's the thing.
You didn't sign
And they
up.
don't
You didn't
wanna change?
But also you fell in love with a person who was living a different path, who changed their path, and now cannot get off the couch, and can't do general functions, Yes, I am. Yeah, I've strictly went to 600-pound life.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're living that life. You know what I mean? There is no amount of.
No, but at the end of the day, everybody should put in. If you're not putting in, or if she's not putting in effort to stay attractive or stay like pursuable, then there is a problem there. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
honestly, like you should both try to be the best version of yourself that you can be. It's not just, hey, accept me for who I am. It's like, no, I should always be in the process of improving.
Exactly.
And if people just get stuck, complacent, and just sit, it's like, no, well, I've already got the ring, so therefore I can just sit around and fuck off
and
not do
that is
anything.
a terrible mentality for any men and women out there. Like, I'm married, fuck it, I'm letting it all go. Especially if you're younger, you haven't had kids, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, if you got kids, you put
I
some
think
baby
kids are a
weight on
different
it,
story. I think
that's
kids
fine.
add in a different factor.
Yeah, that's different
Yeah,
factors.
but we're straight.
I mean, what I'm saying is that we all know this one line in our vows, to where it's through sickness and health. And if you're literally gonna say that, being overweight, like to where you're getting to the point to where it's affecting your health, is that not sickness? So if you're saying that literally through sickness and health that you're gonna put up through that, then don't get married. If you're gonna get married, then don't say those lines. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so
You can literally
I mean,
work.
those
through
are
that.
generic.
Right.
Those are generic vows. If you went with those vows, I mean, that's your own
That's
damn
literally
problem.
everyone's vow through
But
sickness and health.
Yeah, but at the same time,
No, there's no debating.
There
This is
is
where
debate.
I cross the line in between y'all and just disagree.
look, here's the thing. In sickness and in health is one thing. However,
Dr.
you
Now ain't
have to
fixing
help
none of
each
this
other
shit.
out of the sickness. And if she's not willing to get out of her sickness,
You work it. You just work through it.
just be miserable, man.
Just
If it
be
never
miserable
change.
the
No,
rest of
don't
your
be
life.
miserable. You just keep on. I mean, then again, it's like, okay.
You know how inconvenient it is about 2 packs of spaghetti noodles? It only takes one for the meal, but I mean, yeah, I mean that's cool. I mean, I guess we'll buy 2 for 2 people.
Honestly,
I mean,
thi-
2
this
pounds
just
of
shows the
spaghetti
generation
noodles.
of how, like, we lack what it actually means to be married to
Thank
me.
you.
Like, marriage is something
take
that
whatever
it's,
this is.
it's
Are they good?
completely changed. It's just like, then just stay dating. Don't ever put a ring on it.
well, at the same
are
time, it's
very
like, look, if I put a ring on you, and then next thing you know,
All
like
day.
with no kids,
Just give up.
balloon
Oh, I'm
up
done.
to 285, there's a problem.
Yeah,
And-
mental health is a real thing.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
work it
there's
out.
a
Go to
mental health
therapy.
depressive. Yeah, there's some depression elements in there too. We didn't
Like, there's
address.
something that is enabling that thought process
Right.
to like gain weight. Figure it out. Dig it. Be a minor.
Yeah. However, if things don't change,
There is a time.
you don't have to stay there.
Yeah,
This is where I just disagree. I feel like the only right way to get a divorce is if she cheats on you, or she just
abuse.
tries to murder you, basically.
Yeah.
Or abuse. Like that is typically my only way. Other than that, like you try to figure it out.
Well, at some point, there might be a time where it doesn't get figured
Weak
out.
men. I'm looking at right here.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I split the line.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
drawing a sand.
that's okay.
Drawing
Oh,
the line in the
man.
sand between y'all.
Dude, just
Disagree
wait.
heartily.
Dude, 10 years down the line,
Wholeheartedly.
dude, Mike's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
No, man.
Oh, my God. Honestly.
I don't know, man. All I'm saying is like, look, everybody should be improving themselves, and if somebody just stops improving, and then if you go do your due diligence and do what you have to do, and then nothing changes, there's nothing you can do about that.
There's certain times where this we business and relationships have stopped happening. Nowhere in life can you work a job and somebody's like, we messed up today. We accidentally
We accidentally cashed $24,000
$24,000
in bad
worth of
checks
checks.
this past
No.
week.
They look at
So
you.
that was a we thing. Everyone in the store did that the other day.
yeah. So
We all did it.
what happens is your boss comes up to you and say your performance is subpar. You Barry subpar. They don't just be like, we as a team. Blah, 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 blah. All right, this is not a fucking commercial here. All right, this is real life. And so if somebody's not taking responsibility, you got to call them out. This is your issue. You got to fix it. What can I do to help? Yada yada. And if they don't fix it, that's their issue. And eventually there is a line to be drawn, and paths diverge.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how
I
it is.
just disagree. But it's okay.
That's okay.
That's all
You
right.
know?
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just
And we
saying
all
that
have
y'all are
disagreements on this
wrong.
podcast, but you know what we don't disagree about? Barry over here, and let's go ahead and let's just tell about what happened at work the other day, Barry. These fucking $24,000 worth of checks.
Oh, dang.
Oh, man. You know what? I work at a pawn shop and we cash checks.
Shout
We
out to
know.
the pawn shop gang.
We know.
Oh, man. The pawn shop as a whole, cashed like $24,000 in bad checks. I mean, they had like a legitimate website and, a whole little like, little clique of like bad check cashers. I mean, it happened. It was mainly our night guy, new guy. I mean, but you know what I mean. And I caught it the other night, and then, but you know, I mean, even though I did the right thing and I caught it and I brought it to the attention of everyone in the shop, you know, I mean, I still get ridiculed for the whole fucking situation, like it was like my fucking problem.
So this is the way the check cashing process works, people. Somebody walks in, they're cashing a new check from a vendor we don't know, or they're just somebody we've never cashed a check for. We pull up the workplace on Google, we see the website, we call it. All right, verify. Well, these sons of bitches set up a fake website, and they're all just rolling in $1,500 checks, yada, yada, and they set up a website. It's probably like some little weasel of a man sitting in the van outside with AC on, just answering it. Yeah, he's
Window
my
unit
employee.
van.
Yeah. So that's what happened with that. And,
I don't know, man. I kind of want to circle back around for just 1 second.
Yeah, man, go ahead. This is a free podcast, man.
The reason why I say that is like, okay, look, you can take anything as a disease. All right, so
Sure.
if you have a problem and like something that wasn't there at the beginning, such as you marry somebody, let's bring it around to a guy.
Okay.
If you marry a guy and sure enough at some point he becomes an alcoholic, and then he creates his own like issues, and we're talking about mental health, depression, any of those things. If he cannot fix his alcoholism and it causes a rift and like problems, this isn't, and like let's say, like let's talk about the overweight thing. Like
That's illness.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like a physical abuse. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything. It's just like you're changing as a person, whether that be both mentally and physically. If he is becoming an alcoholic, just constantly drinking, constantly he's spending money on alcohol and doing this, doing that, and just causing problems and just getting all upset all the time.
I wouldn't say like
you should do your due diligence, obviously, to help pull him out of that alcoholism. However, if he cannot continue to if he cannot pull out of the alcoholism, constantly going back, doing this, doing that, and causing issues in the relationship, there is a time you can get out of it.
Yeah.
See, this is applicable not just to being overweight, not just being alcoholic. It's applicable to every part of the relationship.
It's dramatic change.
It's
dramatic change of
changes.
complete personality, and obviously looks fade, yada yada. We get it, but you're 23 years old having these issues. 24. I mean, hell, imagine what happens when you're 45. You know what I'm saying? This is something that is natural with age, but 23 to 28, give me a fucking break, people.
Okay, then why are we getting married? Is it literally just for like tax?
Well, you're saying I like this person. I have this person has a potential to be for the rest of my life. I'm gonna take this gamble on it, and I think they are, and they start to lose money, so to speak, in the gamble. Start to have a losing hand. It's time to get out. You know what I mean? That's just,
I guess I just don't look at marriage like a gamble. Like I'm looking, spend the rest of my life with this person. But then again, you get to know that person, and I get people change throughout, their life. But my thing is just you just keep on pushing it. Like, okay, for a good example, Spencer's car. It has so many issues, but he keeps on putting money.
Yeah.
He keeps on putting money into it. Eventually, he's gonna sell it, but right now, he's still working to put money into it. I look at it like a bicycle. The chain gets rusty. What do? You replace the chain. Tire gets flat. What do you do?
If it was just
Replace the
rusty
tire.
chain,
Our
I'd
boobs
probably
get
just
deflated, you get them some new ones. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm just saying, you put work into it.
and
There's a
there
way
is-
to make it.
And there is a time when you spend too much money on a vehicle, and you take that sumbitch to the scrapyard and cut your losses.
Then I'm saying, don't.
Yeah, you get $200 for it. You roll it across some scale.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yep. I see crackheads
Shout
do
out-
it all day
And there's
long. They
nothing
come
wrong
cash
with
your
not
checks in
getting
the shop.
married either. Like, there's really
Shout out
nothing
to
wrong
the
with that
shop.
either. But at the same time, like, yeah, it's you stick it out as best you can for long, and as long as you're actually putting the work in and you love the person and all that stuff, and you can, at some point, if things become too much,
Yeah, I think
You
Michael's
should-
being
Harm
closed-minded.
starts coming to your children. Like
You're
y'all
being
have children.
closed-minded.
I mean, you can call it that.
What if you just don't like this person anymore?
But I mean, honestly, we're making like different arguments now. We should
No,
really
no.
stick on
No.
just being overweight, because that's really what it was. Like we're talking about alcoholism and drug use.
well, we're
and
talking
whatnot.
about getting out of a relationship over
A
something
dramatic
such
personality
as
change.
overweight.
That wasn't the original question.
but now it is. Now this is the question.
But okay, so if this is the new topic, a dramatic personality change. Like, okay,
No, I'm saying like
but then again, I mean, through sickness and
Yeah.
health. I'm just
through
saying.
sickness and health.
Through sickness and health
You
is
fell in love
also
with that
a
person.
sickness
Okay,
is also something
how
you
about
can't
this?
control.
Answer this. What is
if you
love?
get cancer?
What is love? What is love to you?
Baby,
love to me?
don't hurt me. No more.
But yeah, what is love?
A chemical reaction that you can't explain.
Oh.
That's really what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Never
that's-
get married, Spence.
Anyway, but what I'm saying, like when people refer to as in sickness,
Michael's got a
and-
little bit of a fairy tale kind of perspective
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
here. It bothers
Michael's
me.
a fairy
No,
tale.
dude.
This man grew up
I'm just
watching.
talking about
hey,
grinding. I'm
This
talking about blood
motherfucker-
and sweat.
Hey, I was watching Hercules and Lilo
Talking
and
about
Stitch.
tears.
Dude, this
He was
dude's
watching
mom brought him
Cinderella
a
growing
cupcake
up.
every day for lunch. At
Hell
fucking
yeah.
Hey,
high
this is
school.
3 against 1, and I'm
When
betting
people
all
say,
y'all.
look, here's the thing: when people say in sickness and in health, it's like
Look, even Ashley's looking at me, and she's giving me props for this. Your
I'm-
own wife.
I mean, as a
She's
woman,
agreeing.
yes. I mean, Michael's point of view, some like women want to hear that. I believe a lot of women see Michael's point of view, like, because we feel like it's a guy who like genuinely, truly cares. He seems like a type of guy that mentally, he just connects more mentally than he sees a personal, like, physical picture. But I get it. Realistically, a lot of guys care more about image. A
it's really
lot
not
of guys
about
care
that.
more
But
image.
go ahead.
It's not
So,
about image.
It's like, well, you guys are talking about like gaining weight and stuff, and like, you know, when women go through life, like our hormones and shit get crazy. You know, you gain weight throughout your life, and
Men gain weight.
it's like on and off. You know what I mean?
But
It-
there
it's-
is
it
to a
applies
certain.
to
but we're
both,
talking
like-
about to a certain extent where you can control it.
Mm.
You can control yourself from getting 300 pounds.
You really
Oh, yeah,
can.
yeah,
Like
can,
you don't
can.
have to eat
Like if you're
6 McDoubles with
I mean, if
a
your wife
McChicken in
develops a
between of
eating
them.
disorder-
Well, yeah, I was just about to say,
If-
have y'all ever heard about eating disorders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say
And then
this.
you
Let's
work,
say
and then
this.
you
Let's
work
say that.
through it.
Let's bring. Hold
However-
on, Spence. If you have a kid, and that kid just somehow like just out of some traumatic accident ends up dying, and your wife finds comfort in food, are you really gonna leave her because she gains like 150?
No,
pounds?
you
No,
go
I'll
to
pound
therapy
another one in her.
first.
Okay, so y'all go through therapy, but then you realize that this is the thing that happened. Like
Yeah.
she's gaining weight because of the loss of y'all's child. Are you really just gonna leave her just because
Well,
what she physically looks like?
there's a extent where it's like, okay, yes, you can gain some weight, but you can't gain 400 pounds.
Right, and at some point you have to move on
This
and
is shallow-minded
keep
to me.
life
Well,
going.
Well, can we be honest here? Like, realistically, not a lot of people know about eating disorders. Not a lot
Everybody
of women
knows about eating disorders.
No, I'm just saying,
it's
like,
a
they-
very big
Not
thing.
everyone, apparently.
Who doesn't?
3 guys. in
I
here.
know about eating disorders. The thing is just like, look, once you get to the point to where you are sitting there and not progressing in your life, and not like talking about okay the loss of a child or something like that. Depression hits everybody a little bit differently, obviously, but at the same time, you have to also take it upon yourself to move on.
Yeah,
And
you
fix
got to
your
make the
life.
best out of
You've
every
gotta-
day,
yeah.
regardless of the situation.
Right.
You know, say you lost a child.
People die all
and
the
yes,
time.
I understand you might binge eat for a few months and put on 30, 40 pounds. But, you know, there's no reason to go from, you know, 180 pounds to 260 pounds. Like, that's absolutely just, like,
Okay,
asinine.
so I got one for you. So, just so happens from all scientific research we have, men seem to care more about.
Now, to be fair, this guy isn't married to like this girl, so we've kind of like taken it to like
Yes.
such
Okay.
a height.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
just
no,
he's just
we
like
are at a
dating
totally
a
new
girl.
level
okay,
now.
but it's cool. I enjoy it.
Doctor Now, we're on our 3rd visit with Doctor Now.
Okay, so here's the deal. That dude's a little asshole, man, but I like him.
Dude, no, he's not an asshole. You know what
No,
he
he
is?
tells 'em.
He
He's
tells them
truth.
how it is.
He
He tells
does.
them fatties how it is.
This is
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
the least funniest podcast and more depressing than anything.
Oh, this podcast
So,
is not
but-
funny.
but here's
and
wh-
you know what?
It's just super serious.
I blame it on fucking Rusty.
Nah, yeah, these emails. This is his idea.
It's cool, but okay. Imagine this hypothetical: you women and men seem desire different things in partners. Generally speaking, men desire visual appeal, youth, fertility, etc., etc. Right? All right, we know this. Women care about resources, whether that be in the form of
Very
comfort. Yeah. That's very general. Now, this is a scientific fact. You can dispute this all you want. This is literally what men value more and women value more. So if a woman gets with a guy, he makes a lot of big money, high-paying job, and one day he says, you know what? I want to be a fry cook at McDonald's for the rest of my life. A lot of women will respond with, oh, but one day you can move up. No, I don't want to move up. I want to stay as a fry cook. That is what I want permanently. Will
Yeah,
you
you
stay
got all the
with me?
nuggets you want. I mean,
Yeah.
like, why would
what
you
do
argue
you
that?
think most women will say when you say that? Oh, no, I'm not staying. For sure, they're not going to stay.
I mean, depends on how long you worked your other.
Yeah, even if
successful
you're
job.
married, how many women are going to stick by that?
For
Even
sure.
though this is a ridiculous like
Yes.
scenario,
Yes.
Stay in your lane.
yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, mind your own damn
This is the
business.
equivalent. This is the male equivalent.
It doesn't
the
matter what
female
other
equivalent.
women say. What matters what your woman says. So,
All right, Barry.
yeah.
Look at it, Barry, trying to get brownie points over here. Good for you.
I don't need brownie points. What is this?
Barry don't even like brownies.
Barry doesn't need brownie points from me. We've all went to school together. I know all these guys. Don't need brownie points.
I
Okay.
don't need no brownie points.
Okay. So let's get to some
Ashley
other
puts
topics.
up with us enough.
She does.
Yeah, we'll get some real emails in about
Look
this.
who I married. Like, the guy who got naked in high school bathroom. I mean, come on.
All right, folks. This has been a serious podcast for me. We're gonna reel it on back here. All right, now we're gonna reel it back to. I had this lady come in the other day at the pawn shop. And this is another pawn cast. All right, lady comes in with an amplifier, for a system, and she comes in there and says, "Hey, I got this amplifier. I'm trying to sell it." I said, "We got to see it hooked up, yada yada." And she goes, "Why don't you come hook it up?" I'm like, "Lady, that's not my job." Like, and then if I fuck it up, you're like, "You fucked up my thing. Give me $100." It's ridiculous. The nuts on this lady. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't just hook up an amplifier.
Dude, I had a motherfucker come in today. We cashed all them
Extra
bad.
mile, man.
All right, so we cashed all them bad checks. Earlier this week.
$24,000 worth of bad checks.
Dude, it's in all reality to this, it's not that much money. It is to someone like us, but to the shop, it's not that much money.
What, the 25,000?
Yes, it's
How is
not.
that not that much money though? That's a pretty.
Because they be
big
rolling in
chunk.
bank.
Yeah, because they be making bank, so it's really not that much money. So, we had this motherfucker come in today. So now we have all these new rules on check cashing, and oh, you got ID. Doesn't matter if you cash your check with us every week or not like that. We had this dude, fucking little red haired fuck. He comes in and
Gingers
hey,
have souls.
and we're like, hey man, we can't cash your check. He's like, you cashed my check last week. He's like, yeah, but your ID's out of date. It went out of date 2 months ago. We can't cash your
But you
check.
know me, man.
And he's like, this motherfucker's response was because he, of course, he walked away from the check cashing counter, came over to me, I was gonna do something for him. I don't fucking know you. We're not buddies. Who the fuck you think you are? You don't make my sandwich when I go to sandwich places. Dude, we're not close like this. And he was like, dude, the motherfuckers won't cash my check. And I was like, well, they're not motherfuckers. First of all, is what I said. And he's like, my bad, man. I'm so upset, man. And I'm like, dude, I cash my check here every week. And I was like, my immediate response, I don't know the situation. Do you not have an ID? He's like, well, I do. It's just out of date. And I was like, well, there you go, man. I was like, we can't cash a check with an out of date ID. And he's like, well, y'all didn't tell me it was out of date. And I was like, that's not
That's your responsibility as a
literally.
person.
And I was like, man, I was like, sir, my customer service voice was like, sir, with all due respect, I was like, it's not our responsibility to let you know that your ID is going out of date. That's just a general thing.
I don't
you
walk
keep
around
up
with your wallet. I don't hang around to your ass.
And he's like, man, he's like, you'll always let me know when my ID's going out of date. He's like, I've been cashing here for years. And I was like,
Bitch.
sir. And he was like, I was like, well, man, well, ain't nothing we can do about that. He's like cussing again. I was like, hey, man, you're arguing. I was like, straight up. I was like, cause I'm a real dick to these people. I don't know why I am, but I don't know how I still have this job
You're
here.
just a giant phallus, man.
Dude, just
Big old-
absolutely.
Big old flopper.
And I'm just like, I was like, hey, man. And I was like, it's a general rule of thumb. When you get to a certain age, you keep up with that stuff you're on your own.
It's like, how old are
And
you?
he's like, he looked at me like I was just the biggest fucking dick in the world. But I was straight face, yeah, man, when you get to a certain age, you generally keep with that stuff on your own. And I was like, that's generally the thing you do once you become an adult. And I literally I just looked at him and I was just stared into his soul. He got all pissed off, right? Left. And I was like, hey, man, I was as he was walking, there was hey, man, there's a licensed commissioner right next door.
Next
I was
door.
literally within 100 yards from where we're at. It's you can go
Get
over
your
there.
steps in.
I was like, you can go over there and they'll get you a new ID.
Sir, you can take your little
Little
pale
paper
skin,
copy.
freckled face ass right across that parking lot and go get you an ID and put some sunscreen on before you see that flash.
All right.
Yeah, hey, I bet
Racist.
I bet $100
All right,
bucks
so-
at that. Hey
all right,
Barry,
so
Barry,
listen to
I
this.
bet $100 that that guy would be agreeing with all three of you about this marriage thing with overweight women. Just
Oh,
just to put
Michael.
that in your perspective.
Well,
Oh,
first
Michael,
of all,
That
you
because
guys-
asked the guy yeller in.
because he's not an adult.
all right, whoa. First of all, this is an
Unaware.
Ugly dude. This ugly dude, he's getting whatever he can
Hey,
get.
Michael,
first of
you
all.
can take your little Choco tan lines on your feet
Hey,
and
it's
fuck
Tebow.
off. That's
I
what
am
you
telling
do,
a
Michael.
fucking story. So if y'all don't
You're
all
being
just
rude to-
kindly just shut the fuck up,
You're being rude to Barry, Michael.
I'm just gonna get up and leave.
His Asperger's.
Actually, Barry, you got
OCD's
about
kicking in.
10 minutes.
Well, I will fucking surely leave. But so this motherfucker goes next door to the fucking license commissioner, took my advice. Which, granted, we don't have to cash anybody's check. We're a privately owned business. You can fuck right off. This motherfucker goes to the license commissioner. And within like 20 minutes later, I get a phone call from the officer who works the license commissioner. He's like, "Hey, man, some rare-haired guy come in there and try to cash a check earlier." And I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Real asshole." He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, he's like, "Cool, well, man, this is Officer so-and-so. I'm over here. I stand guard at the license commissioner." I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He's like, "Well, the guy, if it's the same guy I'm thinking of, he said he just tried to cash a check at y'all wouldn't do it because his ID was out of date. He was all pissed off because he didn't have any money to update his ID and was over here trying to get a new one. And was like, made a big old scene over here. And he's like, "Can you give me his information?" I was like, "I might can, man." I was like, "I don't know if anybody actually knows his name because we couldn't actually cash his check, so we don't have his information, like on hand." I was like, "It's in our system, but I don't know who he is to look him up."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, man," he's like, "the guy just, he got pissed off because we couldn't, give him a free ID." And like, well, he's like, because they couldn't, because, of course he doesn't work there. He just has to stand guard. And, he's like, he busted out our front door on the way out.
Bro.
And I was like, "Hold up, man." I was like, "I'll see if anybody has any information, man. I'll see if we can figure this out for you." I was like, "I know the company he works for because other guys, like, he showed up in a work car and like they all cash their checks together." I was like, I can at least tell you the company he works for." I was like, "Give me just a second."
Dude.
And so I like wanted to like going over and asking like, and like someone was like, "Oh no, this is this guy," and I looked him up and I gave him his ID number and everything. He's like, "Cool, man. We're gonna go ahead and like file that with our report." And I was like, "Awesome, man."
Awesome.
I was like,
That's
"Oh,
a good day.
I was like, "Man, that's a good day, man. It really was, dude. I like fucking over an asshole, man. There ain't nothing better than that."
Ain't nothing better than fucking an
Oh,
asshole. You
dude,
know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Well,
Well.
well. Dude, speaking of which, today, not anal sex. Y'all thought I was going to go with that, but no. So speaking of which,
Don't
today,
tell me what I'm thinking.
don't you fuck off.
I wasn't
All right?
thinking anal sex at all, man.
So
Now
there,
I am.
So there's this other pawn shop scam that we run into that we stay on top of, and this is a very satisfying just on the crackheads that come in there. So anyway, there's this scam where a guy will bring in a gift card, right, $100 gift card, and he'll say, "Hey, I heard you guys take gift cards," and we'll say, "Yeah, we give you 70 cents on the dollar, et
50
cetera, et
cents on the
cetera."
dollar. If you're
Yeah,
giving 70
50
cents, you're giving way too much.
Yeah, I know.
You're
It just
giving 50
depends.
cent.
50 cents on the dollar, right? Then
Half
bitches
of
come
what
in
the
there.
gift card's worth.
Okay, let me just keep on telling my story.
We'll tell
So-
it right.
So 50% or whatever, and
You obviously don't know company policies and procedures.
okay, this is true because I don't give a shit about that place because I'm not gonna be there long, Barry. So any other sidebar?
Yeah, you said that 3 months ago.
Yeah, this is true, man. I'm becoming one of them.
He's been hanging out, man.
So-
Like a jaded cop waiting on his pension.
Anyways, so what they do is you check the card, you can call and check it, right? And when you call and check it, all right, the money's on there. Well, there's a guy in the van. Once you make the transaction, that guy, once you make it, he's going to buy a bunch of stuff in Walmart, or he'll just buy another gift card to keep it circulating. So he just pretty much took all your money, right? Well, there's this thing we did today, and a guy came in, and we suspected he was trying to do that.
Well, he's got a scratch off thing.
No,
But also, they will pull the thing off and put it back on.
yeah, that's what he did. We think that's what he did. So anyway, he hands us the card, and we took a minute, and Chris gets online, and it's $75 on the card. He gets on Walmart.com, sees the card works, orders $75 worth of office supplies right there, and gives him his $35. Said, "Have a nice day, sir." And I know those dudes were just on the other side, like flipping out like a damn stock market just crashed on the other side, like, "Oh, fuck, and they're just like losing their shit. And it was very satisfying to see the getters get got.
The getters get got.
Well, here's a story. I got a car wreck today. I mean, it's not particularly funny, but
That's a 180.
I'm laughing.
it's a story.
It's terrible. That's terrible.
Hey, I felt the specialist. Mostest special. Spencer called me first out of all y'all. But maybe that had to do with him being closer to the apartment. 'Cause
Yeah, he
just
was
left
in
the
close
house.
proximity. I was just like right outside his
Yeah.
apartment. No,
Yeah,
it's
he
still,
literally like just left my house. It's like my biggest fear, honestly. Out of
I
all
don't know. I got
things,
Russell pretty good today though.
is get like a phone call and it's like, hey, so and so got into a car accident and it's not good. It's like one of my biggest fears.
We talked about that the other day.
Yeah, did we?
Well, I've had
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
with
Me,
that.
me and Michael was on the phone for a while.
Oh,
What were you gonna say, Ashley?
I have an experience with that with my best friend. Remember, y'all know Lily. Of course, you're gonna bleep this.
I guess I'll just go fuck myself. I was
Oh,
gonna
no,
tell my
I'm
story.
sorry.
I mean,
Go
you
ahead,
can get
Spence,
back
go
to
ahead,
your
No,
story.
no, man.
No, I'm
You
just kidding.
interrupted
Go ahead,
yourself.
Ashley.
I've had a story with my best friend Lily. She got into a car wreck when in college years. She was like 22. She lost her elbow from it. Literally coming back from Montevallo, and she flips.
Lily doesn't have an elbow.
She like has like a little replacement because like she literally got into the worst wreck of her life. She flipped her car like 6 fucking times.
Jesus.
Yeah, her car, when we went to go see it, that thing was completely total. Like, people, the cops were so fucked up about the situation. They told people, hey, help her pull her stuff out of her car. People stole her shit just from
Oh
the
my
cops.
God.
Just from the cops saying, hey,
Went from
can
a
y'all
bad
help
day to a
her?
worse.
Yeah, can y'all help her get her stuff together? Because this is like halfway to Mobile. so
Those
she
are the
don't know
people the
anybody.
pandemic needs to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't take zinc. Don't take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I
take your
know, I
vitamin
know.
C. Don't
Stay
all those
out of the
people
sun.
that are stealing that
no,
type of shit.
it's vitamin D3 and zinc in case the listeners
Yeah,
actually
and
care what they
C
wanna
and
take.
A.
So terrible. Like, literally got the call. They called me and was like, hey, Lily got into a terrible car accident. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is she still alive? Like, y'all are scaring the shit out of me. And so we literally went up there to see her. She was hitting the morphine button the whole time because she was in so much pain. So, like, I've always had a fear, of somebody telling me they're getting in a car accident. I'm, like, worried because I've
real
had that
fear.
experience, yeah.
Yeah, every time you get in the car, you literally risk your life.
Seriously, we lost a whole bunch of people from car accidents and stuff.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and make the podcast sad today. Getting into some deep topics: deaths, obesity, divorcing for obesity. A lot of very interesting topics today, and I blame most of this on Michael. I'm just gonna be honest.
I did not see that coming. Oh, what? Because I didn't agree with y'all, since I drew a little line in the sand between me and these 3 little shallow people right here.
Shallow people.
Yeah, shallow, bro. You ain't even like a
Whoa.
2-inch
You,
puddle.
oh, you're saying
Damn.
shallow? You're talking about digging?
Mike's the type of guy that'll break up with you for your nipple size. And placement.
Whoa,
Hey, hang on. To be
Michael
fair,
is the most judgmental person I've ever met. In my
Yeah.
life.
dude, to be fair, I have met a dude with extraordinary long nipples, and he listens to this podcast. Keewan, you know who you are. You got some long nipples, bro.
Dude, Kiwi got the longest
He got
nipples.
he got them thumbs hanging, boy.
Oh man!
Hey, but for real, Spencer.
Shout out to each of Keewan's nipples.
Them bitches are, dude. It's so weird. And
Oh my God.
he's going to you like, hey, bro, I got these long ass
It's
nipples.
a bit
bro."
nipply in here.
I'm like,
oh my
His
god!
long nipples, his hairy ass, which
Oh.
Barry used to be in the contender for the hairiest ass, but somehow all that shit fell right out.
yeah,
Oh,
Barry's
what
the
happened to that
old-
man?
Old
So you got
Teen
into
Wolf.
a wreck, Spencer.
It's not even funny anymore. I don't care.
Oh,
I got in a
man.
wreck, and it was a mild fender bender, and the lady hit me in the back. And it's just the way it goes. Things happen. Life moves on.
Insurance is gonna cover it. Words.
Yeah, no,
State Farm.
I told Spencer, I was like, dude, why don't you just like kind of lean into it a little bit.
Lean
Get a whole
in.
get a
Yeah,
whole
honestly-
new car.
Honestly, if I would have just like T-boned the fuck out of her, everything would have been fine except her neck and her back. You know what I'm saying?
My
But
pussy
her
and her
insurance,
crack.
her, but her insurance would have got me a whole new fucking vehicle. I've been square.
I know you could have been in a rental.
Dude, you'd have been squared as fuck.
I've been squared up
Hey,
as fuck,
hey,
but she'd be crooked as
Dude,
fuck. You know
dude,
what I'm saying?
when you got out, hey, when
fractured vertebrae in the C5 and the
Hey,
T3. You know?
dude,
We're
when
having a
you'd
bad
had You would
day.
have had that new Malibu you've been dreaming
Look at
about.
Spencer
Oh,
trying to
bro.
impress people with his terminology.
Oh man, I know a couple terms.
dude, when you got out
Just
of
know how to
that,
finish him.
dang it, ooh,
Ooh, do you accept these terms of agreement? Fuck no.
dude. So when you got out of the car, you should be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, neck, and just like fell over and started
Yeah.
seizing up
Oh,
right
dude,
there.
I
and started,
Those people are also ones that need to be killed by the
Should've
pandemic.
So I rear-ended a lady because there was a sunset like happening, like on
Listen to these
I-65 when you
excuses
take
right
that
here.
right going towards the mall, Bel Air Mall. Well, I like locked up. The ABS didn't work, whatnot, like it should have, and they got out of the car.
It should be a better
was this in
vehicle
your
owner
old
and take care of your
4Runner?
vehicle.
I mean, no, sorry.
This is
I'm
my
sorry.
mom's car. It was the worst.
In your Explorer.
I called her. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you talk shit about your mom's car while you're borrowing it some more, Michael?
No, I'm not.
And wrecking it, apparently.
No, what was terrible was that like right before I left, she always says, she said, "Don't wreck that car, Mikey. Don't you do it." And I'm like, that's never my goal. I never come out
As
of
if
here
it's
thinking,
anybody's goal.
I
but
just want to
alright.
get in a wreck right now, Mom. But anyways, so they get out of the car and I run up there. I was actually like shirtless because my mom's AC was out in it.
Because he's the type of guy that walks into the gas station shirtless with his pants sagging down.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, let
See
me
it
get
every
give
day
me
in
a
the
40,
pawn
please.
shop.
let me get some Marlboro Reds,
Yeah.
extra longs.
Dude, I asked like 3 guys to put a shirt on today. It's absolutely
So they
it was
get out of the
fucking
car.
raining. There was
Hang on.
no sun shining. Like, what the fuck you got your shirt off for, bro? You ain't got no
But anyways,
chest.
they get out of the
Bird
car.
chested as fuck.
They get out of the car and everyone's fine. And then her husband pulls up and
Well, you got your shirt off.
He
You
instantly
really
goes
wanna
up to
fight?
her. He's like, "Hey, babe, how's your neck? Is your neck good?" Like trying to get her to like hold onto her neck and be like, "Oh, it's an issue." I mean, I hit her pretty daggum hard, but they were super sweet. It was like an older lady. She was.
Oh, sued the fuck out of you, Michael.
Bet you would have.
Barry shows no
Dude,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I draw a line in the
We're
sand
at
between
your
these
house
guys.
right now, Michael. If I slip going up them stairs earlier, you damn right your fucking mom's getting the can.
Honestly, Barry, if you really
I'll see you
decide
with
that.
Judge Judy.
We got a big backyard and there's a couple shovels out there.
Dude, bro, you don't have them.
What happened to Barry? I don't know.
It was here a second ago.
He was here a second ago.
You ain't gonna handle
Threatening
that.
my mom.
You ain't gonna handle that situation. You'll crack.
Made him some fertilizer. We got a garden out there.
Speaking of crack, dude, fucking guy comes in the pawn shop again today, and I know I'm dealing with a crackhead when I have loud music playing, and they start doing that kind of dance, like clapping. They're kind of offbeat. This guy's cracked up his
He's
fucking
tweaking.
mind. Yeah, so guy comes in there all cracked out and he sits down. I shit you not. He goes, "Look, man, I need a loan for $500." I was like, "All right, man.
What you got?
What do you got?" And he goes, "I just need a loan for $500." I'm like, "Dude, in a pawn shop, you bring stuff and get on."
It's
Not
collateral
bullshitting you.
loans.
This guy pulls out his fucking lighter and says, "Look, this right here." I said, "That's a lighter." I was like, "Dude, don't." And I was very serious, like, "Please don't do this, man." And he goes, he goes, "It's got sentimental value. This is my dead homie's lighter." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not fucking playing around right now. I'm gonna bounce your ass right here in this pawn shop." And he's like, "No, man, just sentimental value." I'm like, "Dude, I hope you're joking." It turns out he was joking, so I didn't have to toss a crackhead out by a shirt tail.
Okay,
But he
you
wasn't
literally
wearing a
just
shirt,
came in
though.
there asking for a $500 loan for jokes.
Well, no, he asked for $500. I didn't cut him a $500. He finally showed me his little beat up ass Pioneer touchscreen radio he had, and he won like $200. And he just kicked rocks. Got him the fuck out of
Yeah,
there.
dude, kick fucking rocks, dude. That thing wasn't even hooked up, was it?
No.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
not
like,
gonna
I gotta
kick
see it
fucking
hooked
rocks.
Hold
up.
on, why would it be hooked up if he brought it into the pawn
That's
shop?
what I'm saying. Is like it has to be hooked up in order for us to take it in.
Oh, I was just confused. I was like, what do you want him to bring his car inside?
No, I wanted to bring his car with a working radio and him to disassemble it, and then be like, "Oh, I want this."
And we
kind of
trust this man.
And we
to
trust this
disassemble.
man. Yeah, to disassemble.
Okay,
it.
another deceiver of the sorts. Deceiver. Say that one more time. Betrayer. Betrayer. Okay, today in the pawn shop, guy walks in. He's like, "Hey, man, I got this beautiful bike outside." I'm like, "Sir, we only take bikes right now if they're brand new because we got a full stock." He's like, "This
So
is
if you
beautiful."
plan on stealing a bike,
Yeah.
now's your chance.
Now's your
Go to
chance.
Walmart. It's about 2 miles down the road.
So he's like, "I got this beautiful bike, man. It's antique, even better than that." I was like, "It's about to be a piece of shit." And he said that like
It's not rust. It's patina.
Yes, but yeah. So about like he said that probably 3 times before I got the door, and I got out there. It was on the back of this rusty old Toyota Bobcat, beat to hell and back, with this little 3-wheel bike with the basket on the back, and it just rusted to hell and back. I'm like, dude,
Oh, that's adorable.
I should just like kick you square in the nads right now, and just right here in the parking lot,
For
in
wasting
front of
my
your
time.
kids and
Dude.
everybody.
Russell, you remember that jacked ass dude? I don't want to say his name.
Yes, dude's like 300 pounds with abs.
No, absolutely not. I'm talking about the skinny, jacked ass like dude who's
The
like
old guy.
we'll call him yeah, we'll call him You remember him coming in the shop?
Yeah,
You know, I'm talking about the old jacked ass dude.
yeah.
So everything he was pawning to his head, like his 20 pawns, that he would actively come back. He would like pawn like everything, come back and get it throughout the week. You know what I'm talking about? Like been doing it for ever since I've started back in like March. Every week, like bringing 20 items, picking up 20 items, like hundreds of dollars
Being a
worth of
damn
shit.
good customer.
Yep.
Every
paying that
bit of it,
interest.
every fucking bit of it
Can't
got
believe you hating on
confiscated
Steven.
today.
Sounds
Oh,
like a good customer.
Oh, dude. But you
Loyal.
know what? Remember how like jacked he was, and like how we would always talk about how jacked this old man was.
yeah. So this is what guys just put things in perspective. In Lower Alabama, we have a lot of people who do contract work, which is getting jobs, doing odd and ends, fixing up houses, yada yada. But also, a lot of those guys happen to be on meth, and so you'll have this weird kind of Lower Alabama look where a guy will have that tan leather skin, ripped out of his mind, super skinny, and just crackhead, right? And that's what we're talking about here, man. He's 55
Not the
years
kind
old.
of guy you want to fuss fight.
No, oh, absolutely not. You
All
get
right,
wrecked.
so I've
old man
already,
strength.
decided like is not a guy you'd want to fist fight.
Oh,
you know?
hell no. He's
Granted,
jacked.
I got 20 pounds on this man, but
He's that scrappy hair and
you
May
could tell
looking
you
fella.
could tell that man can throw some hands.
Oh yeah.
All right. And you know what I put together in my head today because we had the other guy come in. He rides the bike. Do you know the guy who rides like the little motorized bike around like Theodore?
Yeah.
A long-haired guy. We'll call him
Fabio.
just for shits and giggle. We'll call him Mr.
I thought Fabio.
You'll know it when I say it. I don't want to say it exactly.
Fucking drop that shit, dude. I got the censor. You putting me to work all the time.
All right, Mr.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
You know what I'm talking about, dirty ass Mr.
Yeah.
And I know Mr. could probably throw some fucking hands. He's a dirty ass fucking greaser. Like that man is just the dirtiest as can be.
That man looks like he's a mechanic every single day of his life.
Oh my god, that man ain't never fucking
He's got
been
perma grease
clean.
stains in his knuckles.
Dude, that man ain't never came out clean from a shower.
I bet he would agree with y'all on this marriage thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Michael.
I'm gonna keep on bringing it up too.
That's
it's
fine.
just in my head, man.
What?
Michael, you earn
I
it.
love Michael for that.
About what?
Suck up.
Huh? Y'all's obesity thing.
Obesity thing? All right.
Dude,
so,
all right, no, Barry,
whoa,
no. Barry, fuck off.
Michael.
He's baiting. He's baiting over
Michael.
He's master debating over here.
Michael,
You know what I mean?
so you're telling me you would still care for your old lady as much as you do if she was fucking hideous?
Fuck no, he wouldn't have talked to her.
Well, no. Well,
Whoa, no,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Like,
no, no,
but that's
no.
not a
I'll-
decision. That's not a decision. If she got in a car wreck and like she became like disheveled and everything like that, that's completely different.
No. I'm just saying if she was hideous from the get go, I'm talking about big ass beaver teeth, moldy as fucking.
We
can
probably
be.
wouldn't have started talking. So I don't
Shallow.
understand what your point is.
Shallow.
Yeah.
No.
No. You're all
No,
talking.
everybody has their preference. You can have your preference. I don't understand what you're going with.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say. So you're telling me you would
Fit
still care
women.
for this girl as much as you do. Is if she did nothing but for the next like fucking 6 months eat junk food,
Dude,
lost
I'm
all
telling
her
you, you
teeth.
just work with her.
No.
That's what my whole
I'm
point
saying,
is.
I'm saying, but she's not working with you, and she's done nothing but eat fucking junk food.
Are
not
you a
brush
man
her
or are you
teeth,
a boy? That's all I'm
and
asking.
fucking her teeth turn black.
Excuse
Are you a
me.
man or are you a boy?
Whoa, no,
Michael.
no. I want your answer.
What's-
If
That's my answer. Are you a man or are you a boy?
what the fuck you think I am? I'm a fucking man. I got hair on my peaches.
Then grow up.
Then
Literally.
grow up. All right, so
Okay.
cool. So
Okay.
you'd be totally okay with your old lady having fucking sugar ass, fucking
I'm
brown
not
ass
saying
teeth.
that I would be okay. I'm saying I would work with her.
Oh no, but what if she wasn't willing to work back?
Well, okay. So this is what
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
no. If she wasn't willing to work back, what would you do?
Don't weasel out of this, Michael. You fucking ferret.
Y'all are making
weasel
man.
ferret.
If all she wanted to do was suck the fucking cream out of fucking Twinkies all damn day long and not brush her fucking teeth.
Y'all
and
are
she
talking
just
about a
is-
personality change like none other.
No,
Y'all are making such a drastic.
No, a personality change like no other is going from fucking 180 to fucking my 600-pound life. You can't get off the fucking couch, and that's what we were talking about earlier. And you said I would love her
Okay,
for
so
what's
what
in
I'm saying
fucking
is that
side.
literally you're
You know what's
you're
inside?
acting like that. There's
no,
no,
you know
cost
what's
to it.
inside?
No, you're acting
Fucking
like there's no
buckets
cost
of
to
fucking
it.
lard. And I'm not saying like a small bucket either.
I'm
This
talking-
ain't your fucking little beach pail,
You're
buddy.
acting like there's no reason. You're acting like there's no reason.
No. You're gonna work with her with a motherfucking
Hey, man.
gauntlet of fucking baking grease. No, I
Michael-
want your exact answer.
Michael.
A gauntlet of
Michael.
bacon grease.
Michael.
What's up? What's up, Rusty?
I wish I would have bought insurance before you sabotaged my podcast today.
Sabotaged it. Man, I
Sabotaged
made it entertaining for the first time.
Okay, can I change the subject for you guys?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So, I saw an article today that said that they were going to bring Toys R Us back.
I didn't know Toys R Us left. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they were still coming out movies. What,
No.
Toys R Us?
It's
Oh,
because they
oh
like
my
went
gosh.
bankrupt.
Look at Michael showing his
They
true
went
intelligence.
bankrupt
Bro, I took it
and
as
they
Toy
completely shut that bitch down. Like they're shut down. So
Like Radio Shack.
Hey, I tell
yeah,
you what.
yeah, like Radio Shack.
When they started shutting down on airport, I literally went in there and bought like 30 packets of batteries because they were like
30
yeah,
packs
they were like
of
50
batteries?
cents. They were literally like 50 cents.
we talking about
Michael,
Radio
what
Shack
are you
or
doing with
Toys,
these
No, no,
batteries?
Toys R
sir?
Us? Okay.
I was walking in there because I was like, hey, I wonder what's going on, you know, and seeing what type of
What are you doing with these batteries?
just storing them. I mean, I've already used them.
He's put him in his anal vibrator. He puts that bitch to work. Let me tell you.
I want to bring this up because I feel like kids today don't know the Toys R Us from what we grew up with. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be
Toys R
honest.
Us
Hey,
is
I'm gonna be honest
shit.
with y'all. Y'all say grow up and all that stuff like that. I've never in my entire life
Grown up?
set
Yeah, right.
grown up for one, but never set foot in a Toys R Us.
I did when I was a kid. I had one.
Listen, I didn't get to go to
Spencer
the
didn't have
mall as a
loving
kid.
parents.
Of them. Damn, that's just true.
I didn't get to have people over, or I didn't get to go stay at people's houses.
You know what, Spencer? We've had the same childhood. I had a very strict household. I could barely do anything, so I
I
can
know.
completely understand.
It was
that.
funny. Like I wasn't allowed to spend the night with Russell, but Russell was allowed to spend the night with me all the time. You know.
That's pretty fucked up,
The
man.
problem is, I don't know your family. I don't know their parents. Like, you can't stay the night over there. Who are their parents? Who are their family? We're just like,
Well, the thing is, like, they knew his parents.
Yeah, that's the crazy.
That's the
damn
crazy thing, and they had no qualms with him.
No.
Like didn't think they were bad people. Like didn't just no. You can stay here. We got work to do in the morning. You ain't you ain't
this
going
is
over
all
there.
it amounts to, folks. They were just trying to work him as much as possible. This is the root of the issue here. It's like they got cows to be tended to, melons to be picked, and a able-bodied
be
young
shot,
man.
you know? All this other shit. And the thing is, like, oh yeah, Russell can stay, you know, because we can get free labor out of him. You know, it's like, all right, fair enough.
Man,
You know, we'll pay him in a trip in the swimming pool, a jump off the diving board. You know, he'll be good to go.
put his ass to work, man. I ain't gonna get on this, man. Bring it, you know. The fact that they shut Toys R Us down is crazy, man. I tell you what they need to shut down. Every Shoney's across the USA. There's a couple of them still out
I mean,
there.
don't talk shit about Shoney. Shoney's pretty good.
That's a
Shoney's.
hell no.
Question mark. I forget about Shoney's.
Shoney's is absolutely terrible.
It is. So is Golden Corral. But let me tell you something. I'll step foot in there anytime, any day.
Oh,
Hey,
bro,
hey,
that buffet.
Hey,
Until I saw that one at Timmons Corner that had all the maggots.
Oh no! Tillman's Corner is another story. However, that didn't stop Mount Papel from taking us there every other Friday night. Let me tell you something else, dude. For my entire life, the best Friday nights I would ever have, only because they're my only Friday nights, but I would look forward to them every time. Was like, hey, we're going out to eat. We're gonna go to Golden Corral, eat till we can't, and then walk it off in Walmart.
all right, so
And they're all in the same parking lot.
loosely connected to Golden Corral. Did I tell y'all about what that dude at the pawn
Now
shop?
Quincy's though, that was the place to take that. I'm gonna take y'all back
Okay.
if y'all ever set foot in a
So-
Quincy's.
Spencer, you've listened to the podcast. Just tell me if I mentioned the store before. I don't think I have. So there's this super old man that comes into the pawn shop, and he has like a crush on Lindsay, right? And he comes in there one day, or calls, and I answered the phone. This old guy who just bothers Lindsay, you know, just because she helped him one day, she's like in love with him. He's like in love with her rather. Anyway, he calls and says, "Hey, my birthday's coming up. Is Lindsay there?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Well, my birthday's Tuesday." I interrupted him. I was like, "Hey, man, you may invite Lindsay to your birthday party." And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead and do that." I was like, "I'll tell her immediately." I look over and I tell her, and she's like, "Why the fuck did you tell him that? Now he's gonna be bothered." I was like,
That was at the Golden Corral.
yeah,
I was
and
like,
it was at the Golden Corral. I was like, "I got a party at the Golden Corral. Old ass gonna be up there killing that fried chicken, boy, and that old steak."
Let me tell you something. The steak at Golden Corral is pretty damn good.
Dude, I haven't been to
no,
Golden Corral
no.
since I
Like
was,
you told me
8.
about it, or somebody told me about it. I was like, yo, Lindsay. I was like, heard you got a hot day at the Golden Corral Friday.
Old ass man, bro. He comes out with them crusty tube pox and them baggy cargo shorts, just scooting across. Got his cricket phone and shit. Yeah.
Oh, it was just jitterbug.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
shit.
Hey, but you know how all that started though? She was being very nice. She was like, "Yeah, I'll go to your house. I'm gonna set up your TV." 'cause
Oh,
we
so
couldn't-
she didn't tell me I was part. She
Oh,
brought it on
no,
herself.
no.
she
she
honey
makes it
dicked
out like-
herself.
She makes it out like she didn't put herself in this predicament, but she was being super nice to him. She's like, "Yeah, I'll go to your house. I'll help you set up your fucking satellite dish or whatever the fuck it was, or fucking your old ass TV antenna. Got to, you know what I mean? Sit 20 feet above your house thing. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
she was all about it, and she's like, yeah. She's like, oh, your birthday's coming up. I'm gonna get you a cake and all this. Dude comes in for his birthday, and she's like,
I didn't get that cake.
I don't have time for this. Like, you gotta like. Blah, 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 we're busy today.
Hey, to be fair, our sales were probably down. She's like, you know, or they were really, really up, and she like being nice, and she was just making it feel good. But either way, I respect the choice, Lindsay. But man, you should have went to Golden Corral though. I mean, you owe that man that.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
would
it's
pay
not like
for
you were
it.
going to pay
What's-
for anything anyway. It was
Could have
like,
been in there. Even if you don't want to eat the food, get an ice cream cone. Ice cream cone with some gummy bears. That was all. I would end my fucking night with some fucking frozen ass gummy bears in my ice cream every night at Golden Corral.
Ugh.
Vanilla ice cream, chocolate chips.
I appreciate everybody coming out to listen to the podcast today. So join in next time. Be sure to send your emails to rustychatters@gmail.com. Spell that shit out for us, Michael.
I'm terrible at spelling. Spencer.
RUSTYCHATTERS@gmail.com.
Say it
Send them
again.
in.
Say it again.
Say it again.
And I'll repeat that one more time. Rusty Chatters Podcast.